Let me ask a very honest question. Have you ever started a semester full of excitement, set big academic goals for yourself, and then a few weeks later, you just wanted to give up? Your courses suddenly became harder, your assignments started piling up, your test results were not what you expected. You looked around and it seemed like everyone else was doing better than you. And slowly you started losing motivation. If that sounds like you, I want you to know something very, very important. A difficult semester does not mean you are a bad student. Okay? Sometimes you are not failing, you are simply going through a difficult season. And in today's video, I'm going to show you what you can do when your semester becomes difficult and you feel like motivation is disappearing. But before we get into it, please like this video, share it with a student who may be struggling this semester. Leave a comment telling me what has been making school difficult for you, and then subscribe to this channel for more practical academic and career advice. Now, let's get into it. The first thing you need to do when a semester becomes difficult is to stop thinking about the entire semester at once. This one is one of the biggest reasons students become overwhelmed. Imagine you have 6 courses, 3 assignments, 2 tests coming up, and a major exam at the end of the semester. You look at everything and think, how am I going to survive all of this? That thought alone can make you feel exhausted before you even start. So instead of asking, how will I survive this entire semester? Ask yourself, what is the most important thing I need to do today? Maybe today you need to study one topic. Maybe you need to complete one assignment. Maybe you need to prepare for tomorrow's lecture. Focus on the next step, not the entire staircase. When you break a big academic problem into smaller tasks, it becomes much easier to handle. The second thing you should do is remember why you started. When school becomes difficult, it is very easy to focus only on the stress. You start thinking about the difficult courses, the long lectures, the assignments, their exams, and the poor grades. But sometimes you need to step back and remember why you chose this path in the first place. Maybe you wanted to become a doctor, pharmacist, an engineer, teacher, lawyer, a researcher, or something completely different. Maybe you want to make your family proud. Or maybe you want to become financially independent. Maybe you simply want to prove to yourself that you can achieve something difficult. Whatever your reason is, remind yourself of it. Your current struggle is only one part of your journey. Don't allow one difficult semester to make you forget the future you are working toward. The third thing is to stop comparing your academic journey with everybody's own. This is especially difficult today because of social media. You see someone posting, I got an A. Someone else is celebrating an award. Another person is talking about their scholarship. Another person seems to understand every topic in class. And suddenly you start thinking, what is wrong with me? But remember, you are seeing their results. You are not seeing their entire journey. You don't know how many times they failed before that achievement. You don't know what challenges they are dealing with privately. And most importantly, their journey is not your journey. Instead of asking, why am I not doing as well as them? Ask, what can I do better I did last week? That is a much healthier question. The fourth thing is to change your study strategy when your current strategy is not working. This is very important. Sometimes students are working hard, but they are using the wrong method. For example, you may spend 4 hours reading the same textbook, but when someone asks you questions, you cannot remember anything. Maybe the problem is not that you need to study for 8 hours. Maybe you need to change how you study. Try active recall. I always emphasize that. Test yourself after studying. Use past questions. Explain difficult topics to a friend. Create simple summaries. Study with someone if that helps you. Okay, sometimes you don't need more hours, you need a better method. Okay, the fifth thing is to give yourself permission to rest. This may sound strange because we are talking about staying motivated, but you cannot run continuously without stopping. Imagine your phone battery is at 5% and you keep using it without charging it. Eventually, it will shut down. Your brain can work the same way. If you are constantly studying, attending lectures, doing assignments, um, attending meetings, and sleeping very little, eventually your energy will drop. Rest does not mean you are lazy. Take a proper break, get enough sleep, okay? Eat properly, talk to your friends, go for a walk, okay? Do something that allows your brain to recover. Then come back and continue. The goal is not to study every minute. The goal is to use your time effectively. The sixth thing is to stop waiting for motivation before you start. This is one of the biggest lessons I want you to remember. You will not always feel motivated. There will be days when you don't want to open your book. There will be days when you would rather watch a movie, scroll through social media, or sleep. That's normal, okay? But you don't have to feel motivated to take one small step. Tell yourself, I'm just going to study for 20 minutes. Start with one page, answer 5 questions, watch one explanation, complete one small part of the assignment. Very often, starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, it becomes easier to continue. And finally, don't struggle alone. This is something students often ignore. If you don't understand a course, ask someone, speak to your lecturer, talk to a classmate who understands the topic. Join a study group, okay? Find a mentor. Sometimes the difference between struggling and improving is simply asking the right person for help. There is no price for suffering silently. Asking for help does not make you unintelligent. It means you care enough about your future to find a solution. And let me leave you with this. If this semester is difficult, don't immediately conclude that you cannot succeed because that is not true. Maybe you need to change your strategy. Maybe you need better time management. Or maybe you need more rest. Maybe you need help. Maybe you need to take things one day at a time. A difficult semester is not the end of your academic journey. Don't let that bad test define you. Don't let one difficult semester define your intelligence. And don't let one disappointing semester convince you that you cannot succeed. Take a breath, look at what needs to be done, choose the next small step, and start again.